They told me, go to college, get a job, retire at 65. That's the American dream. I said, no thanks. While my classmates stayed in the US chasing PhDs and promotions, I went the opposite way. I moved to a developing country, started from scratch, built businesses from the ground up. And by 35, I had financial freedom. Here's how I skipped the system and got rich anyway. I studied in the United States. I had the opportunity to pursue a PhD, just like many of my classmates. But something didn't feel right. I saw the student debt, the corporate burnout, the 40-year rat race, and I thought, this can't be the only way to live. So I made a choice that shocked everyone. I left. I returned to Central Asia, not to give up, but to build something different. Back home, I took a job in international development, UN, EU, USAID, Danish-funded programs. The salary wasn't huge by US standards, but I saved aggressively. While others were buying cars and upgrading phones, I was calculating square meters. I bought my first apartments using mortgages, rented them out, covered the loans. Not exciting, but the cash flow was real. That's when I realized if I can turn debt into income, I can scale this. Apartments taught me that small monthly income is better than no income, and with leverage, good debt, I could own assets way faster than just saving. My next move wasn't planned. I just bought a plot of land near a busy road, on the outskirts of the capital. A small village, nothing fancy. Originally, I thought I might build a car wash someday. That never happened. But then something unexpected changed everything. The massive logistics warehouse behind my land was sold to a hypermarket. Suddenly, my land became hot. Entrepreneurs started approaching me, asking to lease small spaces to build kiosks and pavilions. They wanted to sell grilled chicken, tandoor bread, flowers, sweets, real street-level commerce. I didn't build anything. They did it all themselves. I just leased the land. And then it hit me. Land can be more profitable than apartments. With rentals, you need to furnish, fix, renovate when tenants leave. But with land, no maintenance, no headaches, just monthly payments. I remembered the movie The Founder about McDonald's. The real business wasn't about burgers. It was about owning the land under every restaurant. That lesson changed my investment strategy forever. At some point, I realized I had to make a big move. I found a piece of land, not in the heart of the city where prices were sky high, but in a highly promising area, on a busy street between two major districts. Back then, it cost around $100,000. I didn't have the full amount. So I sold one of my apartments, added my savings, and bought it. No building, no income yet, just land. The paperwork took almost a year, layers of bureaucracy. But I waited, because I had a vision. The street had old, decaying houses. I knew one day they'd be torn down and replaced with office buildings and business centers. So I waited and built. Then I sold my second apartment, and my third. Used every dollar to raise a concrete frame, just the shell of a building. I ran out of money before I could finish the interior, so I put up a for rent sign. And guess what? Tenants came. They liked the location. They offered to pay in advance, even to help me finish the interior. I gave them rent holidays, and in return, they did their own fit-out. Bit by bit, basement, second floor, third floor, first floor, it filled up. Today, that 4-story building is fully leased. It brings in around $11,000 to $12,000 per month in stable rental income. And the land? 6 months after buying it, someone offered me $200,000. Now, just the land alone is worth around $400,000, all from one bold decision to switch from apartments to land and construction. It was a massive risk, but it changed everything. After that, I diversified. I bought land near a famous lake resort, Ishik Kul, built a small hotel and retail spaces around it. Tourist season equals gold mine. 2 summers, and I'd paid off the entire investment. This property now brings in $30,000 to $40,000 per season, and we're planning to scale it to $80,000 to $100,000. The key? Think where money flows in short, predictable bursts, and position yourself there. In seasonal markets, timing is everything. You don't need 12 months of rent, just 3 amazing months. Now I'm building my second business center right next to the first one. Why? Because I already know the rental demand, because I can reuse the playbook. This second building will likely generate $10,000 to $15,000 per month. The land's paid, the design is optimized, the tenants are already lining up, and all of this started not with millions, but with calculated risk and long-term focus. No venture capital, no unicorn dreams, just smart construction and reinvestment. I'm not special. I'm not a tech genius. I didn't invent anything. But I understood something most people ignore. The American dream is outdated. You don't have to live in San Francisco or New York to be rich. There are global opportunities most people never see because they're trapped in one system. I built real wealth by stepping out of that system. Now, I want to share everything I've learned. This channel, GenCap Build, is for people who want to think big, build smart, and live free. Subscribe now. The new wealth game is global.